Oh yeah, because if you scale it down, they can still sit on it. Oh my god, the way that looks like a turd. All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another stream. Hello, Mechex. Lovely and early, as you often are. How are you doing today? I hope everyone is doing well and having a wonderful week so far. I am here, and for the first time in a good long while, we are in our house. I know I've been like considering doing a housing stream for quite a while, and I keep not doing it because other things seem to take precedence. But I can't get this idea out of my head any longer. So we're gonna just try and dip our toes back in the housing water and see if we're successful in any endeavor. Bit headachy, but okay. Oh, bless you. I hope you have a relaxing rest of your day. This stream will definitely be very calm, hopefully. Usually housing keeps me focused and softly spoken. I don't think there'll be huge outbursts today. I'm doing okay, thank you, Mechex. I have tried on all of my dresses for my friend's wedding. I'm not enamored with them, if I'm being honest, but I've got one out of the 3 that I'm going to keep. And maybe tomorrow, Loff and I might try like shopping in a different area just to see if there's anything at all that's kind of last minute that stands out. And if not, then I will just get on with the dress that I've taken. Other than that, there's not much to report. I have done some editing. I healed my first 2 plus 15s. So I did 1 15, I did a 13 and a 15 as a resto druid. Went kind of well, I would say. Not terrible. Luckily I had some guildies to run with, so I wasn't left in the lurch. Sim stream again. Again, Jacob. Again. I've not streamed housing since like February, I don't think. But yes, we are housing today. We're playing World of Warcraft Sims. So, as seen in the title of the video, we're going to attempt to build a bathroom today. In this room. Immediate thoughts, this room is very small. But maybe something can be done with that. Kind of like all of this stuff to only be visible in combat for my lovely shaman, because we do not need a cooldown manager while we're doing housing. There we go. In fact, I would even go as far as to make another loadout. Housing. And I'm going to move her frame and I guess the target frame back to like where they naturally are in like classic. And then we have a lovely blank canvas to work with. How does that look? World of Simcraft, yes, exactly. Okay, so I did have a brief look online for some inspiration pics. which is something I've not done since we've started building this house, actually. We've managed to just muster all of this up from my imagination and some input from you guys, which has been great. But a bathroom is probably the most difficult venture so far because we're going to have to like build our own toilet and stuff if that's really important to us. I can show you some of the things that I found. There's only like a couple. And we're going to have to take inspiration, not like... It's not going to be spot on because there is no way I'm recreating this in housing. Let me show you. So I first of all looked up cottagecore bathrooms because technically the house we are working in right now is more or less cottagecore, but it's also very large at this point, so it's kind of outgrowing itself and becoming a little bit of a mansion. But in keeping with the cottagecore theme, I thought I would at least look up some cottagecore inspiration for a bathroom. This is all quite cottagecore but modernized. But I did love this, which... Oh, it's AI modified. No, I didn't realize that. I mean, I think it's a real image. See, that's the thing with Pinterest. You gotta be careful. This one isn't AI modified. I kind of just liked this one because it had a little backboard behind the toilet and I liked the paneling. This one I liked because it's the same shape as the room we're going to build the bathroom in. I would just need to cut out a hole in the wall to put a little shower. Do we have items I can use to make a shower? Probably not, but that's fine. So those were my inspo picks. That's all I managed to find. And I think we're just gonna try and build and see if anything comes of all this. Our room is quite a bit shorter. See, I kind of want the door to open outwards. I guess it's fine, actually. I was gonna see if we could maybe bring this wall out. First of all, we won't need this. And we won't need this. Or this. Me trying to figure out which pieces of decor I can safely get rid of, just because our budget is important. We have exactly 1,000 budget. And that's a bit scary, considering that our house isn't even finished. I was going to make a little bump out so that we could potentially fit a little walk-in bath or shower situation. Do you think that would be cute? I think that would be cute. How does that look? I'm inside. Okay. We just need to bring this over. It's gonna be a big shower. And then we need to cover up the ceiling again. Oh dear. Okay. If this comes out to here... Do you know what? I'm going to just move the door out the way for a bit because I can't open and close it while I'm decorating. Okay, if that wall goes there... I reckon we could, like... hide this where it doesn't link together correctly. Like, I feel like that's not super noticeable. Just feel like I'm having to check everything from super, like from every angle, because now this is blocking upstairs, and I put it through the floor. We can. Wait, why is this here? Not sure what that's meant to be doing. Get rid of that. Everything's fine up here. Hi, Sensei. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing today? Happy Tuesday. What have you been up to? Oh gosh. This is always the complications with housing. Now that there's stuff above, this part's gonna have to be uneven. Maybe we should do it like that. It looks bad. Maybe like that. It's a start. It's a start. Okay. And then what do we put up here? Something to block this off. Oh no, it's still bugged. I wonder what's doing that. Might be an add-on, potentially. Maybe I can work without it, we'll see. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Sensei. I appreciate you stopping by. We are just attempting to potentially build a bathroom in player housing today. Have I bitten off more than I can chew? Very possibly. First of all, I think I want this lower. Maybe that will help. Make it... Oh, there we go. I feel like this is a better size. Now I just hope I didn't ruin anything over here. Oh, this whole area looks so weird. Okay. And then I guess just another one flipped. What is it, this way? 90 degrees. Actually. I do not know how we've managed to not clip that anywhere, if I'm being honest. But I'll take it. It's not perfect, but we're getting a shape. We reckon the entire ceiling could come down lower. Feels like a lot of wall space. Okay, so we're going to attempt to shower in there. Everything else is a bit of a free-for-all. What did my inspo pick have? A bathtub at the end. There actually isn't a toilet in that photo. Great. I mean, we could probably get like a bougie bathtub situation going in this little space, like a little clawfoot moment, although I don't think we have such a thing. There's a tiny open cook pot. It's a bit small for a bathtub. I guess we can get the sink situation sorted first, because that will be the easiest. We have... Should we use... Do we actually want to use a table, or should we make our own? I could customize this. It would honestly be quite nice, because I reckon if you tucked this into the wall and just had even something like that, where you've got a little shelf and the desk would be nice, but not loving the colors. We could use this for the towel, though. Like, if the towel was on its own... Oof. We can't quite hide the whole thing. But we could put something over the top part so that it's just the towel that you see. Okay, you get the idea. I do have two, actually. But do we want to put two right next to each other when the towel's identical? Probably not. We could use one, like, by a sink. But first I should figure out what the sink's going to be. I mean, this isn't bad. I really can't deal with the metal accents, but we've got dye. I'm big on my heartwood dye, aren't I? Ooh, we actually could use this because we could create like a little color scheme with the wood on the front. Like a stain. Most of the colors in the bathrooms I'm finding are like either olive or sage. But I feel like we've used a lot of those colors in the house so far. I mean, we could maybe try like dust wallow green. That is very cottage core. An option. Gonna put my option just there. Maybe... The other thing, I was considering just building a desk or like a table shape out of structural pieces. Like this could very easily just be like a bench top. It's very thick, but we could scale it down and put two next to each other potentially. would come up to where, like here, just above the wooden beam on the, or the paneling on the wall. And we did 60%. This could be cute. We could even make it floating or give it some legs. My inspo pick. Oh, it actually has like a little open shelf on the bottom. That could be even cuter. Kind of like that. Ooh. I'm kind of down with that, but let me get the shape right first before we start adding details. We want it to go all the way across. I feel like it looks more modern if you have annoying tiny gaps on either side where you have no space to put anything of use. That's kind of more like what I was aiming for. It's always quite tricky to get these pieces exactly correct with each other. I feel like this side is really well done. This side is being a bit of a nuisance. That will probably do. Okay. Could we use another row of them to make the bench come out further, or is that not necessary? Let's see. This could be like too far, but maybe if we hid it so it was like half of one. Kind of like that. That feels like a good amount of space. Maybe. Oh gosh, these are so not aligned. Okay, not bad. I think I like this idea of building our own one as opposed to this. Gives us a bit more customization options. And then my inspo pick has a little open shelf and it has legs. I feel like ours is gonna have to just have the shelf. Because if I do legs as well, the beams are too thick. So I'm actually gonna clip the bottom half into the floor. Push this one into the wall. Should have done the bottom part first. Can't see a damn thing. Kind of like that. And then one useful tip that I have for making everything as uniform as possible, obviously get your scale exactly correct for each item that you're duplicating. But then when you're positioning it, put it on top of the one that you previously placed. And then you can move it from there. So you have more of a guideline of exactly where to put things. Weirdly, it almost looks like the lower part doesn't even need a third row. So I might not bother because it will save us how much? Oh, one budget per. But I mean, I don't mind it being like that. I don't think it needs a third one. Let me put this on top of the back one until you like can't see it. That basically means that it's perfectly aligned. I've missed this housing music. It's so relaxing. In fact, I kind of want to turn my game sound up. 60%. Shrink it down. And it's something like that, I think. Why does it always look so uneven? Could I maybe do with tipping it this way? Does that help? I think they're identical, aren't they? That does look a little better. Okay. And then we want to connect them on the edges. How do we do that? The ends of these beams look really ugly. We make it as small as it will go, or maybe 30 or 40, and then stand it up. That's better. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I don't want this to end up looking like a public toilet, which I feel like I might be at risk of it appearing, but for now we're just, all I'm really worried about is getting a basic shape down and hoping that I don't have to tear this all down and start again. There is going to be an ad about to run for any unsubbed viewers, just letting you know the pre-rolls have turned off, so, or technically the pre-rolls are on. So I do need to run an ad in a second, but you won't miss much, I promise. And if you would like to go ad-free, do consider subbing or using a Prime sub if you have one available to you. Otherwise, we'll be back in like a minute and a half. How's that? Do we even need the middle one? I kind of like the middle one because there is a seam there, so kind of makes sense. This one even come out and like hide that there's a seam? Not really, no. I wish I hadn't done that now. I got to put it back. Middle one looks good. Keep the middle one. Okay. Boom, that's a start. I'll take it. Okay. In terms of what goes on the table, obviously a sink. Oh! Whoa. Loft, thank you for the gifted subs. Also, my alerts weren't meant to do that. It's gonna keep happening now. Wait a damn minute. Oh, I see what's happened. There we go, that's better. Thank you. Gosh, everyone say thank you, Lof. That is so kind. I added a bits alert to my stream on Twitch, but then didn't realize that it had like activated every alert, so subs and gift subs and everything as well. Maybe jump.
Slay! Slay!
Everything's happening. Alert box. Girl, get out of here. Y'all are just trolling me at this point. Okay, I see what's happened. Let's, no, I know. How kind. Oh yeah, I forgot to update you. There is a little, channel admin. We actually have a name for our channel points now. I wanted to just call it T, as if you have to spill tea in order to, get channel point redemptions. But 3 characters was too few to name my channel point redemptions, so I named it Mana Tea. Kind of like monks have to drink. And it's just like a little cute cup of tea. We have some more emotes available for tier 1 subs. I will leave it up to you to figure out which ones are new. And there is such a thing as text-to-speech for people who cheer at least 1,000 bits. Obviously, it goes without saying, please don't, if you are going to text-to-speech, please don't troll me or like say anything really bad, because I will just turn it off otherwise, but it was a bit of fun. Hence why we got like double alerts just then, because Twitch decided to add an alert for everything, not just my bits. What style bathroom are you going for? So originally I was hoping to stick with the cottagecore theme, and that's like what I found on Pinterest, because this whole house is meant to be a cottage. But the more I'm working on it, the more this bathroom is probably going to become quite like modern cottagecore or modern normcore, I would even say. I took some inspo pics from Pinterest, but we're probably going to very loosely be inspired by that at this point, because I'm not going to be able to execute it very well, I don't think. What kind of bowls do we have? That's not going to do. Neither is this, I don't think. If only it didn't have such a big lip on it. Loki, this would look like a stack of towels if I did it correctly. Endler love emote. Thank you guys for the hype train. Yeah, I think the bathroom is going to be really difficult, Sansei. I'm just going to see how it goes. If we end up not being able to execute it, then we will do something else that's more achievable. But I'm not too worried just yet. I don't even know where most of this decor is coming from, if I'm being honest. Hello. Could use these, I just don't like the pointy ends. This one's not bad, but I think it's a giant leaf, which is kind of putting me off. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. This one, maybe if it were like a couple Like maybe 3 stacked on top of each other. But like so pointy. Why? What size did I do? 80. Won't know till you try. Exactly. Board pillow roll looks like towels too. Oh, I must have run out of those. That's a good shout, Lost. Thank you. We'll call Grumble maybe. Hi Bowman, happy Tuesday. How's it going? You're having a lovely day so far. Let's these right next to each other and then balance a third one on top. We can customize them to be different colors. I just want to see how it looks. It's not bad. I feel like you can tell what it is. The ends just look very weird. Maybe if we made them like all white or like a sagey color or something. What do we have plenty of? Not a lot. I'm gonna have to make some dye, I think. Bone white. Oh, the bone white with the sage is actually kind of pretty. I don't mind that. Having an okay day. What about you? My day is okay too. Thank you. I'm happy to see you. I'm glad you're here. We're finally doing a housing stream. Been talking about it for so long and not actually doing it. Something's off about this. Could we try turning them? Also, if any of you guys are experiencing the same visual glitch with the axes, can you let me know if you figured out how to solve it? Because it's a little difficult to use it when there's no little like cogs or like toggles I can actually grab onto.
Fucking brilliant.
It's okay. It's an option, but I think for now, honestly, I'll come back to it. Housing stream peak. You have stitched pillow rolls. Closer to what you're trying. Stitched pillow rolls. No, is that the horde one? I'll have to go and get some. Low-key, like, this would really give towels. I just wish I could customize it. Because, like, this stack is exactly how a lot of people would stack their towels. Does anything else give a rolled shape? Got the Skyreach thing, but that looks wooden as well. No. Ooh. I do not remember getting this. Little fuchsia cushion. Choose the purple ones as placeholders. Yeah, I could have just left them, to be honest. I took them away just because sometimes a blank slate kind of helps me visualize what else to put there. Do they have anything else in the inspo pick? It's just a bunch of towels. I guess actually there is a basket underneath. That could be cute and a bit more achievable. Could even make it a fun color, or we could use this one. I don't mind this one. Yeah, this is cute. It'd have to be fairly small to actually fit under there. It doesn't even really need to have anything in it, if I'm being honest, but just like a basket of something. I imagine practically you would have towels or something in that basket. Given you can't see it, I'll take the extra decor budget to not put anything in there since you can't really see. What's this? It's a Harrier blanket. It's not going to do. I'm always curious by mirrors in case we can use the reflective surface as some kind of water. I feel like I've not tried this one before. No. You have to see the gold. Although, actually, it could give sink. A very shallow sink, but it could give sink. It's a little ornate for my liking, and I wish I could customize the color of it, but... Potential sink, I suppose?
Do you have to take on it?
I wanted to see if this would look like water ripples, but I can't hide it small enough. I'm glad my videos have been good for you, Sensei. That makes me very happy. It is useful getting inspiration from other people, I find. There are some very creative individuals out there, that's for sure.
That's fine.
We have lots of artwork, that's nice. Yeah, I knew about this item, but it's too late for this now, I think. Because I can't hide the bottom part. Annoying. We could also try and build our own small sink in like a square shape. You know, those slightly more modern looking sinks or basins, I suppose, that kind of are a bit blocky. How would we do that? Maybe like this. Scale 30%. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of the sink going pretty much all the way into the wall. Or having some kind of, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like a small shelf along the back wall that it could go into. And then we have more options to customize the sink and make it a bit more of a believable sink, I would say. Not mad at this so far. A nice color too. Haven't actually used any of this Silver Moon architectural stuff in my build so far. It's all been wood. And then I was just thinking, I'd be really cheeky and try and fit only one. Maybe it needs to be wood. You guys see what I mean? Like just a small bump out along the wall so it creates a bit of a transition from the countertop to the wall. And then potentially this mirror could fit inside this gap and hide more of the gold so we just get the blue. Perhaps not.
I thought something.
Okay, not so much. Okay, we can make water else like in a different way. Usually just with the circular rugs, if I've even got any left. Barely. I know this is like the oldest trick in the book at this point, but if it works, it works. I kind of wondered if keeping the top side up was better because it has like a pattern on it that looks like ripples in water, but I think I'm gonna just think that is better. Have a plain side. Then make it, I mean, it could be an empty basin. Make it white as opposed to a watery color. But we're not going to be able to make it the exact white color, so maybe we should just take like a vortex teal for now. Oh, I see. This one is clipped, whereas the other one isn't. Looks okay. I'm aware there's no tap right now. How would I make a tap? We have a couple of kettles. What? I can't remember what they call them. Unless I've used all of mine in the house already. Ooh, that's lovely. I got that recently. Anyone have any good suggestions on how to make a tap? Oh, I suppose in the kitchen I used that Caldori sink. I don't have another one. You can go and get one. But in the kitchen we have... To be fair, I think I just used the sink and like shrunk it into the desk. Yeah. Then at least you get a little built-in wooden tap. I don't know how to house. How small do these beams go? Because we could at least then make it look uniform. Like, could we put a post here? And then have something coming out of it that makes it simpler? No idea. Or actually, maybe using the white would be better. Ask Dr. House. Yeah, the Caldori sink might have to do, but it's definitely gonna clash with like the rest of the color scheme because you can't customize the color, and it's like a reddish brown, as a lot of the night elf stuff often is. Okay, that's something. Don't even know what what shape I want, if I'm being honest. I keep coming back to this because it could probably be used. Like these could be little the hot and cold taps. That's as small as it goes. That's kind of adorable. I only have one. Aldori stone fence post. I think that's from Legion. Kind of see that. I kind of see that. But anyway, I'm looking for a tap. Tap, a tap, a tap. There a light? No, I don't think so. Stormsong water pump from eBase looks like a tap. Stormsong water pump.
We're taking out.
Katya, may I please have a sip of water?
Oh yeah. I have that somewhere, I think. Or I definitely had one. Mechex, thank you for the hydration check. Oh, I know where this is. It's in the pantry. Aldori stone fence post. Sold by a vendor in Valshara for 75 order resources. Easy enough. So that gets us 2 little taps. Annoying about the color again, but it is what it is. Needs to be something pretty small. These hookahs probably have a hose on them. Damn it. gonna smoke though. Okay, well, I almost had it. If only I could turn off the smoke animation. Oh my god, that looks so weird. Hey, actually, let me just take another Silver Moonbeam platform, shrink it down, turn it round. Maybe this is all it needs, like a little structural tap like this. Maybe the rest is just our imagination. Maybe that's fine.
Oh. Oh.
The end looks so weird. Okay. It's not bad. It's honestly not bad. I wish I could make it skinnier. Your tap doesn't smoke? Use candlesticks and dye them blue and red for hot and cold. Oh, cute idea. Do I have any left? Candles. None of the vendor ones. That's a good shout. Mm. Okay, well, I mean, we're getting further than honestly I thought we would today at all, so that's good. Do we want to add another beam platform and like close this square in the back? Would that look better? I actually don't know if I like how that looks. Maybe if we push it all the way up to the edge. Yeah, maybe it does look better. Rather than having one raw edge of wood, which doesn't really make much sense. That's something. Right. Good start. Before we continue, I'm just going to take a short break while we have another ad. I'll be back soon. Alrighty. Bathroom. Bathroom, bathroom, bathroom. Is there anything like major we can add now that doesn't include going out and buying stuff from vendors? I mean, you'd usually have a mirror above a sink, I would say. I don't feature many of the mirrors so far. They're all very specific in their design, and only 2 of them are customizable. They are the faction neighborhood ones. So maybe we could do something with one of the customizable ones. But I don't love how that looks. But what if we dye it? I'm not even sure what the third option changes the color of. Maybe something underneath. That looks a bit weird to me. Draenor oblong window. That's something I have. I don't think I have it. But is there a window I could use? Suramar window turned around, potentially. That color, though. Hang on. Oh. I thought it was plain on the back. It's not. Never mind. What about... I just swore one of these was plain on the back. Oh, I think I know which one it is. I think it's the wall within windows. That's not really giving mirror, is it? I mean, it gives a basic shape for us to use, but I don't know what we'd put on top. It looks like a filthy mirror. Dawning Hope Mosaic. Yeah, I definitely don't. Oh, this. Oh, I do have it. Look at that. Thank you. Is it the same on both sides? I think it is. Yeah, that's a shame. Pretty. I mean, to be fair, I didn't even just try like the regular mirror. Like this could probably be fine. I don't love the gold. It's a little ornate. Maybe it's okay. Hide it in the wall a little bit so it's a bit slimmer. She can't really see into it, bless her. She's too short. Or again, I mean, we can like try and draw the shape of a window, like not a window, a mirror, like out of beams and stuff. Need to buy some more Silver Moon ones pretty soon. Oh, I need to buy more Stormwind ones. I've only got one left. Okay, tell you what, let's go out and buy some stuff. It's like my favorite time of day to be in the neighborhood when it's like sunset, dusk time. Oh, we have Ethereal Endeavor. Steve? I always forget. It's probably you. Silvermoon Beam Platform. I need to enable buy them all.
What do you seek?
Let's honestly grab 50 more. Need to be careful. This character's gold. Silver Moonbeam platforms, and then we also want Stormwind Beam platform, I think they call it. I forget that you have to do this. Just sit and let 50 windows be added to my collection.
My goods will serve you well.
Stormwind Beam platform. Honestly, I can't even afford 100. Can I afford another 50? I was going to buy 100. Ideally, I probably wouldn't go ornate at all, Sensei. It's just hard to nail down a consistent aesthetic with what we've got in the game at the moment. The safest thing is to just try and go like normcore, honestly. Like, I feel like we're kind of doing that at the moment with creating the shape of everything we want with the same wooden beams. Gosh, a bathtub as well. Okay. Beam platforms. The fence post is from Legion, so that's going to take a second to go and get.
What do you offer?
Oh, these would work as taps too, actually. They might even be better. The elven barrels. And we can customize them. By 10. Just trying to see if anything like gave me a spark of inspiration, but I don't think it is. Also, there's things here saying I don't have them collected. I do. I definitely do.
Thank you for
Sometimes simplistic is best. At least if you go simple, it gives you a basis to then branch out from, right? It's kind of how I see it. Okay. Let's try putting the fence post away and use the barrels we bought instead. How small do these go? Ooh. Probably works for me. They're a little thick. I suppose they could go in the wall. That is also a thing that they do. Let's put the taps in the wall. Maybe that looks better. How far out? Honestly, they probably need to be like this so that they don't look super obviously not taps. Then make them probably just bone white again. Try and add some kind of metallic detail. I kind of like the Holy Oak tan. go with that. Did we shrink it all the way down? Yeah, 20%. Flip it. Sink it. I could use the grid, but I'm gonna just put this on top of the other one. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna make them the same color, I think. Like, rather than having a red and a blue. Like, I feel like red and blue, it's a cute idea. I worry that it maybe gives slightly public bathroom vibe. Also, oh, it's gonna suck, isn't it? Where's my grid? Why can't I see the grid? That's pretty close, I would say. Could even, like, rotate them so that the... I didn't mean it like that. Rotate them the blue way. There we go. So that the wood isn't going in the exact same direction. Or they could both just be pointing up. That probably makes sense, actually. Okay. Never thought of using barrels as taps. I don't know why, the thought just came to me as I saw the barrels on the vendor. I was like, yeah, we can do that. And I think the little metallic detail next to the wall is quite nice. Don't get me wrong, they're very thick taps. But you get the idea. Okay, still not really any closer to getting a mirror. We were going to try sketching out a shape of a mirror with these. In my inspo pick, it's like a really wide mirror. I was thinking maybe if we do 230s. No, because then I kind of want it like square with the sink. It can go super far into the wall, I think. It only needs to be a skinny frame. There we go. We could do like this really long mirror. It's meant to be a single person household, but it's starting to become quite luxurious. Hi, Baloo. Lovely to see you. What's going on in here? We are building a bathroom in WoW housing. That is the attempt that's being made today. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Once again, the mirror is way too high up for my poor panda, but I'm sure other races are tall enough to see into it. I fear if I made everything at the right height for my panda, this house would be very minuscule. Oh, tell you what maybe we should do. Let's check the distance. Not bad. I like accidentally did that. Correct, I think. You could probably live in this bathroom, yeah. At first I thought it felt kind of small, because out of all of the rooms that we've made so far, it is probably the smallest. But if I had a bathroom the size of other rooms in this house, I'd be lost as to what else to put in there to fill the space. What have you been up to, Baloo? Hope your week is going well. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. It's like not super even, but I like how that looks. How are we going to make this look like a mirror? Oh no. There's nothing even remotely reflective in this game, I don't think. We use like trophies. Not gonna lie, I thought these would be much bigger. What about they're called statues? Oh, they're big, but they don't sit on a pedestal thing. Oh no. Trying to MacGyver a mirror without using a mirror. What does the bottom of this look like? It's white. Okay. What does the bottom of the trophy look like? Now, the only issue with this is, doesn't really fit. Metal. Nope. I'm just going to science this. I don't think it's going to work because it's an irregular shape. Nope. Moving on. I think it's going to be the rugs again, which I annoyingly forgot to buy while we were at the vendor just now. Carpet over a window. That's a good shout, actually. A window. Window. I'm going to use my trusty gold chair window. And then... Actually, am I going to use the gold shower window? Is this one actually going to be better? I've not used this mirror yet. It's like the Horde one. No, that looks so bad. Oh, this one. To be fair, maybe it would be fine to have like 3 of these in a row and just have a mirror that's got some funky detail on it where it's all broken up into quarters. Maybe my panda would get down with that. Although annoyingly, I don't know if we're going to be able to fit 3. Maybe if we do them horizontally. We just did all of that paneling with the wood for it to not even really be noticed. Let's try like 75. Oof. Okay, so not 75. Let's try 70. That's better. Far into the wall can we go? About there? I'll have to pull out the wooden beams so that it marries up a bit nicer. Okay, I see a vision. I see something happening. And then what, a rug behind it? Annoyingly, I'm probably gonna need more than one. Circular. Oh, probably 3, huh? How can we make it look metallic? Storm steel, potentially? They're all too blue. Stormheim grey. Highborn marble. This doesn't just look like a window, does it? Like I'm making a fake exterior. Dark iron, iron claw. Maybe just Stormheim grey. I'm gonna try that. It's like barely noticeable difference from that versus the regular wall on the other side, but the devil is in the details. I just cooked myself. Bear with. Now I have to try and find the exact circular woolen rug out of the 50 that I have placed in my house. There it is. I've changed my mind. I think Highborn Marble looks better. That's annoying. I just wasted a dye piece or a dye color. Oh no, don't be annoying. Okay. I think that's okay. And then make our windows a trusty artwood brown. That's probably what I would say. Try and make it as uniform as possible. I think we're back. So random what's been happening lately. Happened in the last stream as well, where I just had like really sudden lag spike. But I think it's calming back down. Apologies. I was too locked in doing my mirror to notice that I was dropping frames. Oh gosh, now I have to try and find the Stormwind Beam platform. One moment. Stormwind Beam platform. There are so many of these in this house. This is going to take a second. Oh, I found it. Let's freaking go. Are we back for real? I mean, I think I'm happy with that. Annoyingly, I think not using the dye made it more like closer to the beam color, but whatever at this point, you know? Okay, we've successfully made a sink, we've successfully made a mirror. Kind of. To be fair, I was considering like making a his and hers sink, so we could just duplicate what's going on over here. And now that we've added the windows, there's a little lighting change over here, so the sink looks really bright. So maybe we just I've changed the rug to white because it looks like it matches the rest. I think that's fine. Do we want to do 2 sinks? Let's try. And how did I do it? I didn't clip them. Put them kind of like that.
A nice set.
Okay, this is now that we've made the first sink, I feel like this one is speedier than before. Like we know what we're doing. More or less. For the wall. I'm gonna make it really slim. Like I think that looks neater than what we've done here. That's better. And then one beam platform at 20%. Do we put it like in the middle? There we go, kind of like that. In fact, on top of this one. Kind of there-ish, I think. We do his and her sinks and swap out the middle window for a decorative piece. Yeah, that could help it look more like a mirror, to be fair. That's a good shout. More or less like that. And then one more. Let's scale this one up ever so slightly more so it didn't clip a bunch. It's pretty spot on, actually. Quickly. I need it literally 1 pixel over. There we go. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
And then 2 more barrels. As small as they'll go, and we did bone white with Holyoke tan. It's about there actually. Oh, I need to sink it into the wall. What am I doing? My god. Why can't I target this barrel? There we go. Needs to go there. Symmetry. My brain is like playing mega tricks on me. Close enough. Okay. And then one rug. Do I even have one rug left? One of these. In bone white. There we go. And then I did wonder if we could make like a little drain hole. Like, sure. I bet there's something small enough that could be used as a drain. Something, maybe one of the mechanome things, but they're all mechanized. Apologies for the weird connection today. Not ideal, honestly. Like, we pay for a good internet package, and it's not really giving at the moment. I mean, it's not bad. Do you guys see a drain hole? I think I see a drain hole, kind of. Now, I only have one of those. Yes, I do. Pretty sure it's easy to get. What did it say? Inert. Inactive. Filigree. Oh, Argentina. 750. Okay, I think that's kind of cute. I mean, it does what I wanted it to do. Just add a little detail in the basin. What's the quickest way to do this? Honestly, probably just to go on my main. Gosh, you've been live for nearly 2 hours. See if we can quickly just grab a extra filigree lamp. Who do we want? Mortar gauge?
You've got the coin? 'Cause I've got the bar.
Also, is her name meant to be a pun on mortgage? Inactive filigree. Oh, it's only 150. Guess I'll buy a couple more.
Appreciate your patronage.
I have not engaged with the Argentina very much at all. So I might quickly send my Sharpman some more gold. Damn it! My BOE didn't sell again. She can have 100k. And just like that, we have enough filigree lamps. I've just forgotten what my keybind is to switch my rotational axis. Control X. Billy. Oh no, I can't even click on it. There we go. There we go. Okay. His and her sink with some drain holes. I think I'm just gonna leave the mirror as it is. Honestly, it took such a palaver to make it. I kind of want to keep it at this point. You would also have soap. Soap. First of all, maybe a little dish for the soap to sit on. Maybe, but I don't love the colors of that. Gosh, there are so many random tables. I quite like this one, but it doesn't go small enough. It's too big. This one? Yeah, I reckon that would be better. Maybe like off center, put one closer to this sink. And the other side can have something else. Oh, I've already used dye on this. Bone white and bronze. We could try and inject some color here. Break up all of the white and the light colors.
With critic.
I'm not really mad at the dust swallow green, although it is the only dust swallow green I have. I think I'm happy keeping it bronze, actually, like the metal part. No, do you know what? Let's keep it neutral, and then we can make the soap a fun color. Like maybe the tray just looks like this. Maybe the tray is exactly how it came. Polyoke tan instead of white. Thank you, Bowman. Do I just do my same old trick for making soap? Just the two cushions sitting on top of each other. Something that would look like a bar of soap. Any like chalk, any butter, any block? Oh, okay. I knew it would start smoking.
Oh, he's
There's a big block of soap. Honestly, not super mad at that though. It's kind of cute. It wasn't the color I was envisioning. And we can't customize it, but that is a dish with a block of soap on it, or a bar of soap. What else would one put on your sink? I mean, toothbrushes. I think we're going to have to leave that idea behind. We could just have something ornamental. Ornamental. Some of these ornaments are, I guess technically we're in accents. Some of them are obnoxiously large. Oh, no, I'm not even going to try and make toothbrushes. That sounds like a lot of work. Any alchemy bottles? I think I overused any that I did have. Got a bubbling red anima bottle, a cauldron, a retort. None of these colors are really giving giving bathroom. I guess there's this retort. I never really know what to do with this. To be fair, it kind of looked like a tap, but we could just do like a little vase, or we could just leave it as it is, or we could put like a little towel. Your favorite races on World of Warcraft? Tauren, Pandaren, Human, Night Elves, Draenei, Undead, Troll, Blood Elf, quite a few. There's more that I like than I don't like. Not a huge fan of Mechanomes, Goblins, Volpera. Orcs. Not a huge fan of a lot of the allied races. Colterans, don't have any Colterans. I do quite like dwarves, yeah. I like the regular dwarf customizations that they added. Less so Dark Irons, and I don't really play Earthens, which are like the same dwarf model. What about you? What do you like? Berman, you know me too well. Do we have any vases? Nope. Any pots? We should definitely put some cook pots in the kitchen, although these are a bit ornate. For my liking. Could have like a small light. One looks a bit odd. I guess we could have a candle. Or this one's actually quite sweet. Maybe in the corner. Don't want to do too much light because then it starts like oversaturating. Orcs Night Elves, Worgen Vampires. Like the Venthyr? Maybe I'd prefer the Borealis bottle lamps, but I think I've run out. Well, I've got one. I guess if I've got one, we could put it in the middle. Now let's put it on the edge. What kind of flowers would we put in here? Something dainty, something kind of minimalist. We're not very good at minimalist flowers in World of Warcraft, I'm afraid. I do not remember getting this. Oof, my goodness. Maybe the Gift of Gilneas? Honestly, I'm not really mad at like doing something like this, but we don't have a pot the right size. You know, sometimes people have like decorative stuff like this that almost looks like dead plants. What if we put it in a basket? Like, put it in the corner as big as will fit. Maybe this ends up looking boo-boo, I'm sorry. Just wish it were, like, smaller, like skinnier. Okay, no, that does look ugly. I will say that looks ugly. But maybe it just needs more. Like, it's not tall enough. Is this bad? I think it's bad. I'm like seconds away from scrapping this idea. If it was like tall, that would be a different story, but it's too wide. I don't think there's anything else like that. Unless we use the actual tree, but I don't think we can get away with that. Sycamore. I don't mind it. It does look a bit out of place though. I mean Blood Elf, but I love Pandaren Monk and Volpera Shaman because I love pandas and foxes. Cute. I don't know why I never really got on with Volpera, if I'm honest, apart from not really knowing anything about them other than what we learned from the BFA storyline or campaign. And I don't tend to play super short races because I like transmog, and usually short races, they don't show off transmog very well because they're so dinky. How about Chestnut Tree? Chestnut Tree. Oh yeah, this is the one with the super like vibrant green leaves. What do we reckon? Yeah, your idea might be nice there actually. Like it's a fuller tree. I don't love the color. Like it's very kind of the yellowy green. Do you have a Niffin bowl? Niffin bowl. I have a Niffin jar, that's it. To be fair, now that we've got that basket, I've always thought that this basket in particular looks like a laundry basket, so maybe we should use that. Like maybe this can go in this corner. Sure. I reckon we should just go with it with these pillow rolls. I think the orcish ones might be better. My only thing is, I'm pretty sure you can only customize a part of those pillow rolls. So even if I were to make it white, for example, most of it would still be brown, and I don't think I want that. We were gonna make this part like a sage green, and then the actual towel white, I think. I like that one, looks the nicest. Bone white, or maybe even Holyoke tan. I like white almost run the risk of looking like toilet roll. Maybe I'm not mad at the double Holyoke tan even. We do have 13 of them. Maybe we should put them on an angle like this. It kind of takes away from the fact that they've got the pointy ends. It's maybe a little bit odd that they're angled. I've never really seen anyone display their towels like that personally, but doesn't mean we can't. Considered making them different colors, but I think I like the uniformity of it being the same color for every towel. And then probably one more just sitting on top. It's kind of cute. Yeah. You get the gist, don't you? Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Opera, hard to transmog. As far as story, they're nomads with no home living in a desolate wasteland full of troll rejects and Sethrak who want to electrocute everything under the sun. Yeah, I remember them in... Not Nazmir, Voldoon. I remember the zone quite well. Okay. We've got one stack of towels. And a basket. Maybe like, we just put like a box. Crate. Reckon this could be good. Oh, it's not customizable. No kidding. This one is. Gotta put this one straight on. I don't want everything to be on an angle. Ooh. Color. Grave Moss Green is kind of pretty, or we could do this Dust Wallow to try and tie in that chestnut tree. I'm not mad at the sage either, but I've used quite a lot of sage. Oh, the lilacs actually. The Forsaken Plum is very pretty. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, then we've got a box of something. I wish I hadn't used my heartwood actually. I think Kalimdor sand looks better. What else?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe there's a world where we could take these elegant wall drapes and lay them flat and stack them on top of each other, and then maybe it looks like another version of towels, but not rolled up. I wonder. It might look really weird. Like, first of all, what do two look like on top of each other? Okay, maybe not. I think they're too thin to really stack on top of each other. And it doesn't really look like towels, in my opinion. Actually, if we layer them with a little space in between, it makes the illusion that they're thick towels. And then I was also gonna see if I could just like sneak a beam platform in the back so that you can't see those metallic bits. Maybe? You guys see the vision? Like maybe we could have 3 on top of each other? Kinda wish there were squares, but square drapes not happening really. I'm not mad at it. It's just a very weird shape. Let's see.
Oh, you haven't.
Kind of everything on the shelf is like a nice neutrally sandy color. I don't want to do anything that's gonna like super break that up. But I also don't want to do the same stuff over and over. We've got... Maybe we could do plum colored towels and then just move them into the other... Swap these towels around. So that there's not lots of plum on this side. Not mad at that idea. Just like a nice muted kind of mauve-y, lilac-y color. Okay, now to move things around. Need to move that wooden beam that we just placed down, especially as well. Me trying to peek under under the desk. Thank you, Sensei, so much for continuing your sub. That's very kind of you. Appreciate it very much. There we go. I think that's okay. I feel like I probably preferred the pillar rolls being on the other side. You could like see them more obviously, but I feel like you kind of get the gist of what's happening there. Okay, and it does mean that the shelves are like full. Actually, maybe I've just figured out how I can resolve this issue. Swap these around. That's better. Just gonna push them back slightly, I think. So that they're not like poking out from under the sink. Excellent. That kind of solves the issue then. Maybe for now we should just leave the basin as is. Like that's pretty good in my opinion. Also now we have like other tasks ahead of us. Such as how to make a toilet and how to make a shower. First of all, I'm gonna put the basket further forward. In fact, for now I might just put it on this side. Just get out the way for a second because I feel like a toilet's probably going to go here. And I quite like the idea of there being like a panel across the back. So it's not just a toilet up against a wall. So I'm gonna... Should I do this? Something like that. That might honestly be all that's needed. Oh god, how do you make a toilet? Toilet. This is like weirdly embarrassing. I don't know how to explain it. Annoyingly, this is honestly not a bad shape for a toilet. Funniest toilet I saw had a Murloc point poking out of it. That's cute. I don't love the big bolt on the back, but in order to hide it, I have to push the toilet super far in. Unless we do it like that, and then just add more paneling. How would we do that? Maybe we could even make a little angled feature here, like make a almost triangle shape. Oh no, because it's gonna bleed into the wall, like through the other side. If we put this here, I'd have to make it super small. But that's not gonna work. about making this 50% and doing 2. It's going to cause an ugly seam in the middle. It's also not big enough. Oh no, because I scaled it up. She doesn't actually sit on top of it. Ever seen a Japanese toilet? They have a sink above the cistern. Could use the Stormwind trellis for it. I think I have seen that. Yeah, it's a like space saving toilet, right? Didn't even know you can rescale beams before this stream. Maybe I did, I forgot. Yeah, it's not. Oh yeah, no, there is. You can rescale. I think you can rescale every single item in housing. It's just that some of them don't have a UI for it because you're not really meant to. So walls and doorways, for example, aren't meant to be able to be scaled up and down, but if you use the keybind, not the manual scale, because there actually isn't one, you can size walls and doorways up and down as well. Okay. My idea was to like get a shape of a toilet and then try and make it probably out of beam platforms, like the Silvermoon ones. How small do these go? I reckon we could probably make a toilet out of this. Um, $25%? Want to know how diametrically opposed mine and Loft's WoW gameplay is right now? He's currently doing Laura on Heroic, and I'm over here making a toilet in World of Warcraft. My house. Should we make it like a big square, or is that like terrifying? Like a hole you're just gonna fall into? Or we try and make it angled? Probably not.
Triangle.
I think the toilet's gonna end up looking very modern. And very wide. Do you have any thrones? Void, Orgrimmar. Anything you could use as a toilet? You mean like a chair? That would be kind of funny actually, like sitting on a royal throne. We're gonna see how it goes making it out of these beam platforms first. The plan was always to have a seat, a functional seat in the space so that your character will actually sit down. That's what this bolt chair is currently. But I'll probably replace it because it's ugly as hell. This is just a guideline, so I actually have a shape of a toilet to go from. I'm gonna make it like more like a toilet shape. I know there are square toilets, so I don't feel like this is the most ridiculous thing ever. Okay. I think at this point we can get rid of the chair. Toilet. Guess it goes down into a thing like this big. Can't put it that far down in the floor. I can put it there. Can I? Oh yeah, I can. Never mind. Even angle it slightly. Laura Mythic soon, do you think? Hell yeah. Am I going to painstakingly place all of these beams in like a little diagonal formation so that it looks like a toilet pan? I hate calling it that. It's what it is. That's actually not bad. I'm well aware of how ridiculous this is, by the way. Don't worry. How angled was this? 180 degrees? Really? Wait, that's not right. Oh no. Which axis is it? It's the blue axis. Let me just do this again. I'm getting confused. Bring it to 20. And then take orange axis. There we go. So it's 45 degrees, as long as I put the beam the right way around. This is like the hardest part of housing for me, is these angles. You have to put everything down in the same angle every time in order for the axes to make sense. Otherwise you kind of have to do it in opposite directions, if that makes sense. It just gets a bit wonky. Call it a data dump when I build. I just try and pull stuff out to see what fits and looks good, then tweak it later. Yeah, I am not very good at that, because once I have an idea, I kind of fixate on it until I've executed it, or I've said I'm not going to bother and I've like quit. I think for me, in order to see how an entire like room is going to come together, for example, I like to see finished elements, which is why we only really focused on the sink before we did anything else. But we've all got our own ways, haven't we? Honestly, this is going smoother than I anticipated. Getting the ones on the diagonal might be a bit rough. But I'm considering doing these like straight ones first. Let's see. Actually, do we even need to do diagonals? Maybe I could get away with just doing 2 more in this line. Watch the toilet end up being the hardest thing for us to build in this house. No, you're all good, Sansei, don't worry. I make verbal typos all the time, if that makes you feel any better, if that even makes sense. Okay. New rotation. We need to go 180 degrees this way, and then I guess 45 like normal? No, less. Or ooh, this part might be difficult. Okay, that's fine. The angle was... it was 45 again. Okay. Are you guys seeing a toilet? I'm starting to see a toilet, which I'm like getting scared. Okay. It's starting to look weird on the inside, but I'm hoping we won't have to look inside. Now I kind of want to try a diagonal one, which means this axis. That's going to be rough though. I think we just keep going in a straight line until we marry up. Like until there. Oh, no, that looks bad. We can't do that. We might have a problem. Angle it a little differently, maybe. Like this one needs to go flatter. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is hard. Ugh. Okay. So it's not going to work from that angle. We need to try and do... I want to just make it like a big box, like a big block. It's kind of not the point. Maybe it needs to go straight at this point. Might be the only way for it to make sense. Like maybe this part could just be wider. Would save us budget too, honestly. Oh. Yeah, maybe not that big. Also, it still looks weird. In all honesty, I can't say I've ever seen a toilet like that. Maybe it's because I'm from New Zealand and we do things differently. I mean, this doesn't look like a toilet I've ever used just yet, but I'm hoping it will eventually. It's just a square toilet, which to some people will be a bit more unusual. How am I going to close this gap? Although now I've made that bottom part bigger, maybe you won't see it. Okay, yeah, that did fix it, actually. Let's do... Okay, that's... Okay. Almost. 2 diagonals, maybe? Gosh, I'm gonna have to, like, really YOLO these angles, aren't I? 45 degrees on orange. 150 degrees on blue. 45, 150. Okay. $45. 150. Although we're not going to do this exact same blue angle because they need to be slightly different diagonals. I was kind of hoping I could get away with only using 2. Annoyingly, we might need 3. Ah, tiniest gap. The thought of having to do this on the other side kill me now. I get away with just like making it a tiny bit bigger. They're gonna know. Oh. Hey, and guess what? It's still not even covering the gap. Kill me off. Oh my god. Please. We're so close. At this point, I think all that matters is how it looks from the outside. So let me try and finesse that a little bit. Okay. Not looking amazing, but it's definitely something. Oh my god, I've like lost my way with this one. I don't know why. The other one was so good and it just like fit perfectly. This one, we simply cannot relate. Okay, that will do. That will have to do. Because now we have to do it again on this side. Starting to feel like we won't have enough time to make a shower today. Okay, we can go 315. Yeah, something like that. And go again. Why does that one look so much bigger? Huh? How did I do it on this side? Just like that. Hi, Boom. Thought stream would last 4 hours more. Bro, I gotta eat. Oh my, this is certainly looking some kind of way. Let's just say that. Okay, that does look a little bit neater at least. Okay, and then one diagonal. Like, please. Oh. Look at that well-behaved diagonal beam. Just gonna shimmy you maybe there. Oh, you better work. That's so much better. See, why is this side so well behaved and this side is an absolute car crash? It's just this one. Do you know what? I'm going to redo it. It's literally that one beam that is causing me issues. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight ones and 5 normal ones. So there's actually 2 that are doing me dirty. This one is straight. For anyone who's sick of looking at this toilet, I'm so sorry. We will move on shortly. Okay. And then I actually ended up manually putting this on a diagonal. I think I did that. Then it's at least like the same, exact same diagonal angle. So we can make it a little bit more closely symmetrical. This looks better already. Just for some reason, this side has a bigger gap. But there we go. Oh my god, I think we did it. I think we made a toilet. Does it have a back? No. Should I quickly make one? Probably. Toilet back. Right, it needs to be the same width. The scale is quite difficult. Okay. Ooh, this might look a bit funky. I'm lucky gonna try and make the toilet's lid shorter so it doesn't like. I make it come up to the height of that. Screw it. Why not? Let's bring it forward so you can't see that horizontal one. I think that looks better. Okay. Fiddly at best. Looks so weird. Can I fit a small silver moon platform in this gap? I can, I think. Just about. Oh no, wait. The whole thing should be white. There's exposed wood in the back. Let me fix that. That's the easiest part, I think. So we can just kind of do horizontal ones. Okay, perfect. Stupid. Okay. Can I cover up the absolute abhorrence that is the bottom of this toilet? Please. Oh, I've angled it funky. What's gone on there? Just grab another one. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. Like, I don't want this to sound really weird, but I'm not mad at it being that color. Not that I think toilet water should be green, but it just kind of looks like it almost looks a bit blue. Do you see it? Or am I just crazy? Also, maybe I'm trying to save on my dye budget. I don't really love any of the blue colors, if I'm honest, but I guess Vortex Teal. That was quite something. And I didn't even end up putting a seat in it, because now I'm not sure I can hide one in there. Seat. Like the tiniest stool. Probably just take an elegant seat cushion. Maybe this wooden stool. Oh yeah, because if you scale it down, they can still sit on it. Oh my god, the way that looks like a turd. Alright. If I hide it like right underneath, and she click on it. Oh. I mean, almost. She's like sitting in the toilet. Not recommended. What is the item called? Small wooden stool. How ironic that there's something in the toilet called stool. small wooden stool. Apparently there's only two. This one. So I'm gonna put it like right at the front of the toilet. There. If toilet water is green, you've had too much asparagus. Toilet water is red, girl. Please. Those hemorrhoids are coming for you, honey. Okay. Functional toilet. Slay. I'm immediately putting the basket back because it will like hide a multitude of sins, I think. Like when you walk in, if we put the basket like in front of the toilet, just conveniently. There you go. Hide a little bit of that. Also, we need a flush. I'm kind of down with making that out of one of these. I feel like this looks very much like a flush button that you'd put like on top of the panel. Perfect. Actually, I didn't even dye this. Do Kalimdor sand. And then annoyingly, you can't actually dye the rest of it, like the rest of the brown. We just take more Forsaken Plum. Kind of a cute color. Okay. I've seen people make quite convincing like toilet roll. Cloth. Like quilted toilet roll. I could get down with that. No, it's not in like a. It's not in a roll. We need a roll. Most people use monk scroll or Koresh scroll. Oh yeah, scroll. Nice engraved enchanted toilet paper for you guys. I think on the other side it might be plain. Yeah. I mean, we did end up going with a like purple theme, so I mean, so silly. Hmm. I mean, actually, hang on. Maybe we could do that. I just hide the bolts, because the bolts are kind of the only thing I have like an issue with. Just take another beam platform. Why not? Probably does the trick. A little wide, but I think if we turn it, I just don't like how the end of this looks. It's very ugly. Or one of these. Or we can use something like this. Yeah. This kind of does work. It's just I do have a wicked little laugh, that's true. But taken, question mark? This would be a cute place for... To be fair, we've got lots of paintings I've not used. I've unlocked all these paintings from playing Midnight and I've not been able to use any of them yet. Is there an empty frame? Oh no, there isn't. I don't really care for them when they don't have a frame, when it's just like the canvas. Hey, guess what? We can make one. We can definitely make a canvas. What would we like? That's quite pretty. Accents, wall hangings. I don't want one of the lore characters. That's like not the vibe. Have two vertical ones of like a similar color scheme. Oh, I thought I had more actually. This one's pretty. I feel like brunch in a book doesn't belong in a bathroom, to be fair. But the colors, maybe it is brunch in a book, actually, after all. Can I make the beams small enough? We can. Although... we're gonna have to do two vertical ones, I think. They're not gonna fit. That's a shame. Oh, actually, we'd have to cut part of the painting off, I think. Or we do like an oversized frame. But then maybe one painting works better than two. Let's see. If I put a second 30% frame here. Or maybe it would be fine, actually. I didn't want them to touch, was the only thing. If you look at the grid on the wall, like, it's actually not centered. The paintings actually are. So it was just the beams. Okay. Oh. Now I'm noticing an issue. Okay. Goodness knows what we're going to do with the shower, by the way. If we're even going to have time to do that today. Made a lot more progress than I was expecting. I thought this was going to actually be like a insurmountable feat. I think we did it. 2 photo frame. They're very chunky photo frames. Mind you, this is floating. Mind you, so's this. The top one's okay. The top ones can go back too. Yeah, not bad. It just fills the space on this wall. Now. Shower. First of all, I think it makes sense to put mosaic flooring, like this marble floor. Because you don't want to be showering on wood. That's just going to rot. Even have a raised shower. That could be fun. Like, have a step up. In fact, I think I'm going to use these platforms to make it look like this entire cubicle is mosaic. Because I don't want any wood texture to appear anywhere in this room, I don't think. Like this. There we go. And then one more. Or maybe two, because I bet the ceiling is still wood. I'm just going to check the other side. Yeah, make sure we're not clipping, because that is actually a walkable part of the house. Oh, not that far. Like a sauna. And then I'm gonna add a... Ooh. Wanted to add a column, but it's got all the red detail, so I guess we take a beam platform oversized. Just to like, I just want to seal this gap. And ideally not bleed through the ceiling. How do I want this? Maybe not as large. Maybe just until it meets the ceiling, like the top of the tile. The rest of that is a little weird. Maybe there's already a pillar here. I could just close the gap, make it look neater. Yeah, why not? Okay. Now I want this to like not be super dark, but I don't want a light in there. Usually a trick you can do is put a window somewhere. I like this golden light. What if I put this behind the wall? Ta-da! Now we've got like a soft bit of light. You can kind of see the outline of the window. I suppose I could put it in the ceiling. There we go. You'd never know. Just as long as it's low-key not visible anywhere else. It is not. We're safe. Now there's just like a nice inviting little glow outside the shower. Maybe this needs a step, so it's not quite such a jarring change. Just like that. Shower. I do have something in mind, actually. Fountain. Gosh, I forget how obnoxiously large this fountain is. You height this. This was kind of my only idea, and it's not really giving, actually. I don't think she wants to be standing in lily pads while she's showering. Okay, let's try something else. Whoa. That's cute. I could be in trouble, though. I'll just, like, bring it over. It's going to be slightly off-centered, I fear. Just don't want it visible. No, please. So it's, like, barely visible. Oh my god, that looks awful. Okay, instead, let's put it centered. And instead, we're going to just put like a beam in front of it. That's always my like go-to thing, or even like a little table. I guess for now I'll use a beam. Just like cover it up. I don't want to see it. Screw you. It's not there, you lie. I will do. Have a tide sage totem? I don't think so. Totem. Tide sage. I have a sconce, a bookcase, and a fireplace, but no totem, no. Okay, this actually was a good, like, shower feature. We're just going to take some more beam platforms and cover up this grey stone, because it's not going to fit with the vibe. So let's just do, like... like this is probably fine. Okay, so we rotated this 330 degrees. Okay. And then probably just one more to cover up this horizontal slab. Just need to make sure it's like wide enough to cover the slab, but not so much that it's going to bleed into the next room. Oh, how irritating. There we go. Safety check. Nice. And then, I mean, I'm not mad at this fountain part up here being grey, but we can try and cover it up. Like, even if we just do that and then two like vertical ones, or even diagonal. No, we should go vertical. Okay. That's cute. I even like, there's like even a splashing animation. So all we need is a good old filigree, and we can make a little drain hole. Oh, look. It's perfect. Parable Small Fountain, Razor Wind Fountain, Wild Hammer Fountain. I've definitely got the Wild Hammer one, and probably the Razor Wind one, but oh no, I do have the Caribou one. It's that really like cute rounded one, isn't it? Yeah. That would have been nice too. I might have struggled to cover that up a bit more though. This is honestly a very nice looking shower. Loft just carried some people through Lura Heroic. It's not centered. I'm afraid I don't care. Housing streams are always super cozy. Oh, I'm glad you think so. I feel much less chatty when I do housing streams, which I feel really bad for because I lock in really hard. So please do like chat with me, even if I'm not being chatty. I try to keep conversations going, but housing streams tend to devolve into me having like a stream of consciousness where I'm just like saying out loud what I think is going to work or what I'm planning on trying, you know? Rather than just sitting in complete silence. I was going to just try and mirror this pillar on the right side and put one on the left so that it's at least symmetrical. Although it might look a bit more boo-boo on this side. I need to do it sort of like... honestly, maybe I don't like how that looks at all. It would have to go like there, and I don't love that. Maybe we need to use a wooden one, actually. I just need to not get it through the ceiling, because I think that's going to go into the room upstairs. This is one of the things that you can't scale up and down with the actual... the bar. You have to use your keybinds, but you can scale pillars up and down, which is very useful for getting it just the right size to hit the ceiling and not go directly through. think that, maybe? Or that? Now I want to mirror it, because that's going to bug me. Ooh, it's going to be difficult. Ooh, that looks majestic. I live. I want a shower in there. Caribou Small Fountain has a cool water effect. It's got pokey out bits that are hard to cover up. Yeah. It would be nice to use it somewhere. Like a little water. It could just be a water feature, I suppose. The one time I tried to apply it in my build in the past was when I was making a little dog area for my rescue dog. I tried to make it his like water bowl, but it was too fiddly to cover up all the pointy bits, like you say. Yeah, unchatty days are fine. Just don't want you guys to feel put off as if me not talking is a bad sign or something. I haven't managed to actually do anything with this towel rail yet, but I'm just ignoring her for now. I was thinking of putting maybe like a little Pandaren stool in here, like sit one off to the side. It'd be cute. And honestly, maybe we don't need to put anything else in here. Maybe we're good. Don't wanna overcomplicate things, you know? Do you guys want to add anything else to this like shower area? To be fair, a little drape would be really cute, but this doesn't match the vibe. We do a privacy screen if I have one. None of them are customizable though. Privacy screen would be very cute. They're a bit big though. Like, kind of defeats the purpose of to make a privacy screen really small. Honestly, I should put it around the toilet so you can't see it. I mean, it's not awful. I actually am not mad at that. It's even purple, which works for the color scheme, kind of. But I might not keep it. Are there any, like, just dainty little plants? Oh. Would this be nicer? I feel like this is the vibe I wanted. It's not quite the color, but since we have ended up going kind of purple in here, maybe this would be nice. Like a pretty big statement. What even is this? A fire spear tree. If you say so. Like, I'm kind of down with that. I think that's really nice. Kind of pretty. And then maybe we could seal this random, like, mosaic ceiling part with a beam. Just so it looks a bit more neat. There we go. No. We could maybe afford like one curtain on like one side. That's a little too much for a bathroom, I feel. Is there anything that could give like shower curtain? Not really. I mean this, but just like blocks off the entire shower so you can't see it. It's like my favorite part of this room now. But at least it does have physics, which is kind of fun. No, I kind of just want it to be open for now. Like, if it's hidden behind curtains, then you'd have to like walk through to go and see it. I wish there was like glass we could use, like just glass. Even if you could have like a wall made of glass, that would be perfect right now. How would we cover up this like ugly part of the shelf that's sticking out when we try and show the towel? We tilt it? Not really. I guess maybe shelves. Like very skinny shelves, mind you. Then we could like the off-colored desk part almost looks like it's part of it in a way, but it is still a bit irritating to me just because I know it's there. So if we can cover it entirely, that would be better. We just do something like that. Small light of any kind. A little... I suppose we could do a candle. They're a little big. Candle. Maybe even have... Got any bottles? Not really. This looked like a little bottle of something you would use in the shower. Maybe. I always think this looks like a salt and pepper shaker, so I'm actually going to take that away. Everything's too, like, big. Okay, well, the shelves gives us something to focus on. I mean, they're very thick, so I might end up deleting them, but... Okay, my inspo pick that I've not referred back to since the start of the stream also had a runner in it. We need more thin rugs in this game. I think for now we're going to have to go with this nice Cenarian one. In fact, rather than putting like one big rug, I'm almost tempted to put this like up against the sink instead. I think that looks a bit nicer. See if I can fit one of my trusty soap tricks on this shelf. Make this one 40. And this one 30. There we go. Now there's at least something in the shower that like somewhat resembles soap. Or like a jar of something. I'm not sure why you would have a jar in your shower. Sounds dangerous. But just so that it's not like an empty shower room. We could probably like take another one of those pillows like we had under the sink and like put one on the stool. As if she's getting ready for a shower. Oh, that looks weird. She needs this, to be honest, but I don't want to put that in the shower. It's too clunky. Great. You don't reckon that, like, this could work as a towel? It's got, like, octopi or octopus tentacles on it. It's kind of killing the vibe, I'll be honest. Yeah, not loving it, to be honest. But it is a more delicate towel, at least. No, there's a towel rail right there. You would step out the shower and just take that towel instead. Okay, we honestly made a lot more progress on this room than I was expecting today, so that's good. We have a full his and hers sink with custom shelving and a custom mirror, which is not really mirroring, but you get the idea, I think. It's even got a nice feature wall behind it. A custom built toilet, which you can't look too closely at because it's awful, but it is functional. And then a lovely shower as well. All that would really be left would be to figure out if there's a way to put a bath in here too. I know there is the bathtub item. I don't love it. I know this is the Horde one. This doesn't exactly go in this room, does it? I think what we would have to do is build one out of platforms again. But I think this is good for today. I think we're good. We've even got a little skylight. Kind of pretty. I think next time we come back, I might lower the ceiling and everything, but there's a lot more to this ceiling than meets the eye, so I won't mess with that right now because might take me a little while to get everything like correct. I guess I should put the door back. It's finishing touch, isn't it? Does open into the room, unfortunately, but I think that is the way it has to be. Gotta go on to the next room. Hi, Spice. Been busy, but wanted to check in. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing okay despite the busy day. Hope you're able to relax a bit later. I appreciate you still stopping by. How are you? Yeah, we've just built a little bathroom in our cottage today. You can't really get the whole thing in it, but it's something. Not a bad first attempt, I would say. The toilet is ridiculous. Like, it's the dumbest thing I've ever built so far. But hey, there's a toilet in my bathroom. And then you just close the door behind you because you have manners, and then, hey, you're in the dining room. Oh. Do excuse me, I only put one rug over here. Well, that won't do. Do I even have more? I don't think I do. I do, to be fair. Oh, and it's the right color. Perfect. Let's just try and cover that up, shall we? That will do. And we get a nice little custom sage wallpaper in the dining room. Put a Murloc in the toilet. I do have quite a few Murlocs, to be fair. Gurgle. Maybe this this void one. Ew, that's like creepy though. Just swimming around. I can't promise that it will stay there, but I'll honor you for now, Sansei. I'll put it there. The way it's creeped, like, look at that. People that live in Australia have to be careful with that, you know, lifting those toilet seats. You never know what's going to be in that water. How about this, Sensei? If I take the Murloc out the toilet, I'll put it somewhere else in the bathroom, so it's at least in here with us. Could even go on the shelf. Right. That is going to be it from me for today. We managed to go 4 hours, to be fair. It took us to build this bathroom, which for the size of the room is an outrageous amount of time, but took us a little second to get started, didn't it? Which, I mean, I expected that given how long it's been since the last housing video. But hey, now I've like dipped my toe back in. I've got like a taste for it. I do want to just like keep going. It's hard to not want to come back and just keep working on it, you know? Yes, my next stream is Thursday at 4 p.m. British Summer Time. No stream tomorrow because I have raid. But those of you in EU, I hope you have a splendid reset day. Good luck in your vaults. I'm crossing my fingers for you. I did actually end up doing enough keys last night and today to get every slot to myth. So that's exciting. And it did kind of mean that I could do housing today without feeling like I'm not working on my main. So yes, I'll be back on Thursday, 4 p.m. British Summer Time. For now, thank you guys as always for being with me. It's been a pleasure to have you, and I hope to catch you all again very soon. Bye.